All right, let's move into our last topic, our NBA final picks. So, who do you got going up in the finals?
This one tough, man. It is tough. The not the pick, the popular pick is of course Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn getting there, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say Philly versus the Lakers.
That's not really going out on a limb. They're the best team in the
I
East now.
mean,
They're really the
no,
best team
but
in the East.
everybody think it's Brooklyn.
That's
Everybody
because of
think it's
Kevin
Brooklyn.
Durant.
Everyone
That's
thinks
because
Brooklyn's
only
just gonna
because of
walk.
Kevin
They
Durant.
just think they're gonna cakewalk.
No, it's just
Man,
because of Kevin
they
Durant.
just think
Because
they're gonna
if Kevin
cakewalk and
Durant was
just
off that team, no one would even be talking about them making the playoffs with James Harden and Kyrie. It's just because of Kevin Durant. They think Kevin
man,
Durant is
they
that
think.
good. That's
I
what it
mean, he's
is.
good, but they think they got the dream team over there. Like they really think they got the dream team, and they just it's like they think they just gonna turn it on. You know what I mean? That's what it seemed like to me that they have that the cockiness and the arrogance that they can just turn it on whenever they feel like it, and
I should,
they're gonna
yeah,
win
they
the
feel like
championship. And
that,
I'm like,
and
okay,
like
you
feel like
saw last year where their attitude got the Clippers. You see where that attitude got the Clippers.
out in the second round, thinking they just gonna turn it up. Well, these other guys are in the NBA too. These other guys, if you can't stop somebody and you're off that game, you're not gonna win that game.
And we've all seen James Harden know how to be off. So
Yeah, like James Harden, he could have walked into the NBA Finals, but he couldn't make a shot. His whole team couldn't make a shot. 25 straight threes missed in a row. Couldn't
yep.
make a shot when they was up. Couldn't make a shot 2 games in a row. So
And then
Clippers up
and then
three, 3 games.
you can't depend on Kyrie either because I mean he a liability because you don't know what his mindset is going to be from day to day. Like he might just decide he don't want to play and just disappear for 2-3 weeks at a time, and there
Yeah,
you
that guy,
go. So
I don't really understand. Like he, you know, says he needs a break, don't feel like playing it. He comes back the next game and score like 30. Like, how can you be so good in basketball, but you're not focused at all? Like, so how can you rely on this person? You know he's going to go out there and give you, like when he versed the Clippers, he killed the Clippers. He had almost 40. But what if he feels like he doesn't feel like playing that day? Like, I'm tired. I don't feel like
exactly.
going through it. It's kind of hard to trust that guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, when you've been pampered and babied, coming up, number one pick, only played 10
6 games,
games in college and all
six
that stuff.
games. Yeah.
And you
NBA
come into the
All
league and
Star,
you
Olympic team,
yeah,
NBA champion, finals 3 years straight. Like you just he that's Kyrie Irving. Everyone's getting used to Kyrie Irving at the moment, and everyone's getting used to being uncomfortable around him because they don't know how he's going to be from game to game.
we got we gonna have to start calling him Kanye Irving. This is gonna have to be his new name, Kanye Irving.
Yeah. So
He
do
got
you
a
think
little Kanye
they're
West in him, man.
so they're terrible on defense, and I think the one team that they cannot be this bad on defense is against the Bucks because versus the Bucks, you have to build a wall around Giannis. If you can't build that wall around Giannis, it's going to be hard to beat them for in a 7 game series if he's just going to constantly dunk on you.
Hmm. I mean, they got to make it. They got to make it there first. They got to make
I'm
it
just
to the
saying, like,
Bucks. So they
whoa, who knows? They could play him in the first round, the second round. Like if
exactly.
you
You
play
got
the
to.
Bucks, that's going to be a hard matchup for them, knowing that they can't guard a soul. And I don't know how it's
Yeah,
going to get better with them.
I don't know, but
But
it's gonna get interesting. It's definitely gonna get interesting.
yeah,
It's
but
definitely gonna get interesting.
if the Heat, could get it to like together, I think the Heat may be back in the finals. That's
You
what
think the Heat?
I think the Heat could make it back there. I think the only team that could beat the Heat is the 76ers. If it's not the 76ers in the finals, I think it's gonna be the Heat versus the Lakers.
That's interesting. That's
It's
an
not
interesting pick,
because
man.
the Heat is just out. They're just so much talented. They just know how to play together. They just know how to play together. They showed that in the bubble.
That that would be interesting though to see, and it will be a nice little narrative around that series because of what happened in the bubble, and then the fact that Pat Riley had the nerve to say that this NBA championship shouldn't count for LeBron and it should have an asterisk. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, Pat. Let
Bro,
the
that's just
pettiness go.
he
Let
just
the
upset.
anger and the hurt go because
He
LeBron
didn't want to
left.
lose to
Let it
LeBron. He didn't want
go.
to lose to him. But as you
Let it
see
go,
it,
man.
if you see that the Heat and the Bucks play, you think the Heat would do the same thing to him, right? Build that wall and beat the Bucks.
I don't know, man. I don't know because the Bucks did add Drew Holiday. I
Well,
don't know, man. I don't know if Giannis if Giannis would if Giannis is who everyone wants him to be, I don't think he would allow his team to get beat by them like that again.
he's been
I
allowed.
don't think it.
You know the like
If
narrative.
he is who they think that he is.
To me, I don't think Giannis is doing anything wrong. Honestly, that's just the player he is. He's not a guard. He's a big man.
Yeah.
To me,
He
like
just can't
there's
shoot.
nothing that he can do. There's
That's the
nothing
only
he can
thing
do.
that yeah, he
Like
just can't shoot. That's the only thing.
you can't expect David Robinson to start playing like Steph Curry. He's 7
Yeah.
foot. He's a big man. You just cannot expect Giannis to all of a sudden get this better range when he's never worked on his range a day in his life. That's just who Giannis is. He needs another player around him. He needs somebody like someone as good as Kyrie Irving or like AI. He doesn't have that. Holiday's good, but he's not a all-star caliber player that's going to push somebody through in the playoffs. That's why I think the Miami Heat, constructed the way they are, healthy, would do the same thing. I don't. And if they play versus the Nets, you saw how tough they played the Lakers with a injured squad. Imagine the no defense Nets having to guard those shooters. You know, having to guard those shooters.
Yeah.
And we saw
Yeah, I
in the
definitely
finals
think
how good they could shoot. The only 76ers could beat them,
yeah.
I think, if they're healthy. Only the 76ers. It don't matter what seed they are. It don't matter what seed they are. If they could
Yeah,
avoid
with the Nets, yeah, with the Nets, I think they just looked at the names and jumped on the names for notoriety because they're in Brooklyn and they're trying to be the New York team over the Knicks. Because yeah, if they were thinking in basketball perspective, they'd have been like, okay, that's too many defensive deficiencies at the guard spot for us.
to be honest, I think that it's a move they had to make because how else are you going to get three superstars on one squad? But they just didn't realize that they don't have a bench. We don't have a bench. We don't have no. They keep talking about they're going to get these players. They're going to get these players. How they're going to get these players and they have three max guys on the team? Who they're going to get?
Right.
Joakim Noah?
No big man, no bitch.
Like who you going to get?
Who?
I mean, you better go try to sign Jamal Crawford. That's the only player I can think that could help them. And he ain't played in the league in over a year.
Yeah,
They
man.
talking about they should trade for Bill or something, but no one's gonna take Kyrie
Who
Irving.
they? Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
Bill,
saying. Who they trading? Who they
but
trading
no one
for
wants
Bill?
Kyrie Irving. Like Brooklyn, sorry, but y'all stuck with Kyrie Irving. You should never got him in the first place. Y'all stuck until his contract is over with. Because he's going to go somewhere else and be more unhappier if you trade him. So no team is going to touch Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, he just I don't understand that guy, man. How you go from
He
lottery,
wanted
lottery, 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 and then LeBron comes there. You're in the finals, championship, and then you're unhappy with that because you're not quote unquote the guy. But then you get a
the
team
point
of
guard.
your own.
You want to be the
Yeah,
point guard.
yeah. You get a team of your own in Boston, and you just tear
As a
that
point
whole nucleus apart.
guard. As a point guard. And
Right.
then
You
you
just
have
tear
to
that
go.
whole little young team up.
And then you go to Brooklyn as the point guard. You do nothing, and while you're not playing, they're playing better. Then you come. Then you get
Exactly.
pushed to the two guard and the third option, and you complain about being a second option and doing whatever you want. LeBron would say, "Here, you do what you want. You do what you need. You win this finals game for us." LeBron had more trust in him than anybody he played with before, and he didn't
Yeah,
want it.
all he do is send jabs and talk about this
He's still
man
doing
and
it. Yeah, he's still
subliminally and all
doing
this foolishness.
it.
Like,
He's still doing it. Like you that upset. Like, dude, it's your fault. You the one who left. LeBron didn't kick you off the team. LeBron tried to get you back on the team after you was already signed with somebody. Like, no, get him back. Like LeBron was so pissed off that he didn't even come back to the Cavs after that. That's how much LeBron wanted him on that team.
yeah, and it and then you call LeBron and apologize to him for not understanding why you were in Boston, but then you still shooting shots at him, little subliminal shots at him even after that. Like, are you bipolar or what, bro? It's like you apologize to the man and acknowledge that you were being young and stupid, and you should have listened to him because now you are the leader of a young team, and then you destroy that team and leave, and then now you're back shooting, firing shots at LeBron even after you apologize. Like, what was the apology for if you was going to continue to make subliminal
One of
jabs and barbs? Like,
his swings. One of his mood swings. He was in a mood to apologize.
yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Thanks for tuning in to Not Another Sports Show on the Blue Chippers podcast. For more content, check out our other shows and subscribe to the Blue Chippers podcast on YouTube. Follow us on Not Another Sports Show 2021 on Instagram and Twitter.